Hey guys, just leaving work right now. It's only 3:15. We got a snow day today. We got a huge storm coming over the Front Range, so they sent us home early, and then we need to show up late tomorrow. They said about 8 o'clock, so that's kind of nice. Get to sleep in a little bit, but my nose and my cheeks are all red. But anyways, well guys, I just wanted to kind of talk to you a little bit. In that last video, I talked about creativity and how my creativity had gone to zero, to nothing, basically. And the reason for it was because I got comfortable. I don't know how to explain it. Basically, I just got comfortable. I quit trying. I quit setting goals. My biggest goal up to that point was learning how to weld, and that was a huge goal for me. And once I accomplished it, I had nowhere to. There was really no reason for me to be creative anymore. I wasn't planning very good in my head. But when 2015 into 2015, first to 16 happened, and the whole oil field crashed. And this goes for any industry, not just the oil field. I just talk about the oil field because that's what I'm involved in at the moment. But when 16 hit, it shut everything down. There was nothing. And I had a $100,000 truck. I had a $50,000 fifth wheel. I mean, I had a lot of debt that I had to figure out how to pay for. One thing about it, besides creativity, when that happened, what it does to a person, and for me, what it did for me, is it what I consider maxed out my stress levels. Huge amount of fear. I was scared to death every day. I wasn't quite sure what was going to happen, how I was going to go make enough money to pay all my bills and whatever else. But everybody kind of, when things like that happen, and I didn't really realize this until it happened to me, but when things like that happen, a lot of people tend to like freak out and crawl into a ball when their stress levels go high, or when they're scared or whatever. Guys, stress can be the most motivating factor you will ever have. Fear, stress, things like that, you will get a lot more accomplished in times of stress than in times of ease, when everything's easy to you. And I guess I can relate to that, as in when I started welding, everything was easy. My stress levels, I didn't even have stress. I was just welding and making a bunch of money and hanging out. But then when it all happened to me, I started creating. And I think stress and fear, if you will let it, will be your ultimate push. You will accomplish more in times of stress and fear than you ever will being comfortable. And if you can learn how to handle stress and fear, you're going to be a lot better off. So let's go back to creativity. What some ways that I figured out once everything hit, and I was forced to figure out other things. One of the biggest things is I was on YouTube all the time. I love YouTube. I love YouTube. And if you know me, I go through about 35 gigabytes of data every month, and my wife wants to kill me. But YouTube, when everything happened, I got on YouTube and I started YouTube, and or I Googled too. I Googled anything I could, but businesses, ideas, how to make money online, how to make money. And a lot of the guys that were on there, I'm trying to think, like Ty Lopez was one of them. Ty Lopez, he always had these funny little commercials that I really didn't pay that much attention to when things were good for me. But when everything hit and everything kind of went south, he kept mentioning books. Everything's in books. Everything's in books. So I started studying on that a little bit. And he was right. I mean, literally, if you want to go make $100,000, somebody has already done it, and they have wrote it down in a book on how to do it. All you got to do is go get the book. And so that's kind of what I started doing. I started reading a lot, and I don't read really with my eyes. I don't know if that makes sense. What I do, because I don't really have time. I'm always running. I'm always doing something. I can't really just sit there. But or if I do sit there and start reading, my mind starts to wander and I start thinking of other things. So I can't really sit there with a book and read. But I found the greatest thing in the world, Audible. It's a little app you can get on your phone. And you can go in there and you can Google business. I mean, you can go into the Audible website and put in business books, self-development books, sales books, you know, anything you want. They have thousands of them. And you can get on there. It's $15 a month. You click a book that you want and it downloads to your phone. And then I just sit there and I'm constantly driving all the time. I mean, I bought this truck brand new, 2014. It had 4 miles on it. By the same time next year, I had put 62,000 miles on my truck. Just driving job to job. So I had a lot of time to read. And what I do is I click on that book and play it over my truck. Or I'll put in a set of headphones and I'll listen to my business books. Or like even when I work out, I'll go listen to my business books. Guys, you have got to fill your mind with things that are going to benefit you, that are going to motivate you, that are going to turn that little trigger in your head to where things start to click for you and your creativity starts to come back. Guys, in those books, my creativity went from 0 to, I mean, it's very far from being what it was when maybe I was like a kid or something. Because when you're a kid, if you wanted something, you figured out how to get it one way or another. You either begged or you went out and made a little bit of money and went and bought it. I mean, you got creative. You figured out how to do it. Seems to be like when we get to be adults, our creativity shuts off. So anyways, books, self-development programs, seminars, like TV shows that are self-development shows. Guys, I don't have cable. I don't have Dish. I don't have DirecTV. I don't have anything like that. I don't go home and go sit down and watch TV anymore like I used to. I used to get off work and go sit down and I would just sit there for hours and just melt. My brain was melting. And yeah, I got rid of it. I don't do it anymore. I don't sit there and watch that. I'll listen to a book. I'll watch YouTube clips on how to develop a business. I'll watch, I mean, anything like that. I'm all about watching. But I try to fill my mind with things that are gonna self-improve myself, fix my situation, anything like that. So to turn your creativity back on, if you're in times of stress, it's gonna be a lot easier than if you're in a good time, unless you realize that you need to turn that creativity back on. You really do. You really need to start thinking of other ways to produce an income. Multiple flows of incomes, guys. And the only way to do that is to turn your creativity on and go find that extra flow of income. One of the greatest Disney movies I've ever watched, and I think it's funny, I believe it's called Robots, but in there it's all about a little robot that's an entrepreneur. He's trying to meet some bigwig. I don't even remember. All I remember in that show really is that it said that there was a quote and it said, "See a need, fill a need." Guys, that quote right there, I've lived my life by. That thing is to me, that just triggers creativity all by itself. One of the greatest ways I've figured out on how to find a need is throughout your day. You need to carry around a little notebook. Even your phone has a little notebook in it. But as you go throughout your day, there are going to be things that are difficult and hard or annoying, or you just are like just things that bug you. Write down what those things are, because chances are there are a lot of people just like you that are going through the same struggle. They hate it, it's annoying, whatever. You need to find problems and then find solutions. If you can find the solutions and you can learn to market it, you will make a different amount of income. I mean, if you can market it to huge masses of people, you'll be rich, you'll be wealthy. But everybody's always looking for this $1 million idea. Look for the $10 idea, look for the $5 idea. Figure out what is annoying and what is hard for you. Find the solution and then go out and market it. I mean, and with social media and the internet, marketing has never been easier. So anyways, guys, that's kind of all for today. Long story short, creativity. We all think it's kind of a hard thing to be creative and to use your imagination. Guys, it's really not that hard. Step one, read books. You don't have to even read them with your eyes. Read them through Audible. Read them through your headphones. That's the way I found is the easiest for me. Step two, figure out what problems you have in life. What is annoying? What is hard for you to do? And then figure out the solution. That by itself will start to stimulate creativity. Yeah, I think just that by itself, just those two things. Write your goals down. Make sure you still are writing your goals down, because nothing is going to motivate you more to find solutions and to find new paths than your goals, because you want to achieve your goals. So be sure you're writing your goals down. Read books. Listen to self-help programs, self-development programs. And just start figuring out your problems, and that's going to start helping with your creativity. Guys, everybody be blessed. If you like my videos, or you want to see more of them, or you want to stay updated on them, like, subscribe, and I'm going to keep doing these. I mean, until I run out of thoughts, and I'll let you know when I do. But I've got a million thoughts. I am all about self-improvement. I love helping myself self-improve, and I hope it helps you guys self-improve and to better your lives and to better your family's lives. And I just hope everything that I say is making sense to you. Leave a comment if it don't, and I'll clear it up in another video, or I'll even write you back, just whatever. But anyways, like and subscribe. Thanks, everybody. Everybody be blessed, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks.